Everyone. I want to introduce you to a wonderful Google app. It's from the Google Suite for Education called Jamboard. Let's get started. Google Jamboard is like a digital collaborative whiteboard. It makes it easy for students and teachers to interact together, and they can do it through drawing, writing, using sticky notes, using images, lots of different ways. Is especially really great for math, but it can be used in a myriad of ways. You can use a stylus to write on your particular Jamboard. It works on an iPad and a computer. It works on your smart board and easily displayed. So I just want to give you some tips on how to use Google Jamboard and how to create one. As you can see, it looks a lot like Google Docs. We're very familiar with Google Docs and Google Slides. A lot of the mechanisms are exactly the same, so this is a very easy step for you. So to create a new Jamboard, I would just click on this little orange plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner, and now I have a fresh new Jamboard. As you can see, it's just really a giant whiteboard. Up here in the left-hand corner, I can name my Jamboard, and I can always rename it at any time by clicking again and renaming it, or I can come over here and click rename. You can also see that I can download my Jamboard as a PDF. I can save an entire frame. Instead of calling slide, these are called frames. I can trash it, and I can also make a copy. Look at the share button. That looks super familiar. So I can share this with anybody. I can have them just be able to view it or edit it with me. So that's probably what you'll do with your students, allowing them to edit together different frames for different purposes. So pretty awesome. It has a little bit more versatility than Google Slides. It's actually kind of freed up. Think of it pretty much like a digital whiteboard or like a collaborative chalkboard that you're doing together. So you have all these tools. Students have these as well on their iPad. They would simply just go to Jamboard in Safari and use the desktop version. I can also send out the app to your student iPads if that's something you would like me to do. I'll be happy to. So here is the pen tool. So you're going to click on the pen tool, and you can see you have a pen, you have a marker, highlighter, and a paintbrush, and you have some colors to choose from. So that's cool. And then you also have an eraser tool. So simply if you made a mark of some sort, you could simply erasing using the eraser tool. This is a pointer tool that's for selecting different items. I love this guy. This is a sticky note. You can hit save, add more sticky notes. This guide can be moved around so students could add sticky notes to one big board with their information. These can all be resized. You can grab them from this upper left-hand corner and shift it around. You can also duplicate, so maybe you're having the same sticky note over and over for whatever reason. You can delete it, and you can also go back and change the text by clicking Edit. Here is the image tool. You can upload an image by browsing your own hard drive. You can use the camera. Just click Allow your webcam camera and take a picture that way. Students can use their iPad camera. You can also search Google for free images. I'm mad about butterflies, so I'm just going to click on type butterfly, and I can add a beautiful butterfly, which is free to use, onto my Jamboard page, and that can be shifted around. Let me show you one other thing first. You can also add images from your Google Drive and from your Google Photos onto your Jamboards, and students can do the same. So if they've saved something on their Google Drive that they need to pull in a collaborative frame, they can do that. So this guy can be easily duplicated. You can make multiples of him. You can delete him, and you can also send him backward or forward if you're trying to layer him on top of something. Like, let's say we want to layer him on top of the sticky note. Actually, he's already at the front. So, oops, drag this smaller. But let me just show you. You can put him to the back, which kind of hides him. Or you could simply put him back on the front again. I'm sure you've seen that in different kind of publishing programs, how that works. I keep grabbing that wrong. It takes a minute to get used to. I'm so used to being able to use all four corners to resize. That's what's happening to me. But that guy is for shifting him around. So anyway, here is the image. I can also add shapes. So if I click on this, I can add circles, squares, arrows. So if I'm trying to do like, like the life processes of this butterfly. Of course, that would be last because there would be a cocoon and eggs and all that. But anyway, I can add all kinds of shapes, squares, circles, different reasons you would need different kinds of shapes. I can fill that in with a color. I can also change the outline of that particular, shape if I want to for whatever reason. At any point, I can also clear this frame of everything. So I can click clear frame, deletes everything there. So that's important to see. And I can also set the background of this frame. I can upload my own image from my computer or grab something from my Google Drive. I can also use these different images for different reasons, especially for math or writing. There's some great for plot points. There's graph paper. There's this gray, dark blue, black, and of course you can add your own image. So as you see, I'm able to drag anything around. Okay, this guy's cool. He is a text box, so you could put some labels on top of your Jamboard, or you could assign this one to, let's assign it to Alex and Deborah. This is going to be their Jamboard. Because as you see at the top, I can add multiple frames. I can give each pair of students or group of students a frame to work on, just like I would with Google Slides, assigning different slides to students. Just gives you a little bit more versatility, especially if students are really just trying to brainstorm or they're trying to work out a math problem. Jamboard works better than a Google Doc, of course, for that. And then the last but not least, there's a little pointer tool. So if you wanted to emphasize, this is bigger, this is smaller. You can use this little pointer tool for teaching, especially online, virtually. It's really easy to have all of your students engaged at home and here using Jamboard because they certainly can easily be a part of this and collaborating with you. You probably saw me use my undo button, redo. That's pretty standard for just about any program now. You have an undo and redo button. I can zoom in and out. That's pretty standard. I'm sure you've seen that on Google Docs and other types of programs. So anytime I want to delete something, I could simply select it and delete it away from my board. And then to get back home to all my Jamboards, I just click right here at the top, just like I do with Google Docs, Google Slides. Everything works the same. So I'm thinking that this will be an amazing tool for you to use, especially if you just need a shared whiteboard space, really easy and simple for your students. I hope you learned something today. Happy Jamboarding.